This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. The Knicks got it done. Mikal Bridges signs a 4-year deal with the New York Knicks. How do we feel about this? What does this mean for the Knicks' future? There's more work to do. Let's analyze. Well, going into this summer, the Knicks had pressing issues. Namely, the guy that they traded five first-round picks for last summer in Mikal Bridges, who underperformed this year, although he averaged 17 points a game, and he turned up in the playoffs, and he was a very, very important piece in the Knicks beating the Boston Celtics. And the question was, is he going to sign? Is he going to? He wants an OG Anunoby deal. You heard the rumors. But then when I was watching Summer League and he was hanging out with Pacom Dadier and Ariel Hukporti, I believe it was, he was in Vegas. I'm like, what are people talking about? I think Mikal Bridges is just waiting. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe they're waiting for late July, early August, because this is usually when you see the Knicks make moves. I don't know in the collective bargaining agreement if it opens up a window for you to fit contracts in better or what have you. But this is usually when the Knicks make moves. It was around this time years ago when they extended Josh Hart and so on and so forth. But, I'm like, would Mikal Bridges really finally get his wish to be with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and just be a Knick and then play this game? I mean, we know when he was traded, they said that he was looking to do a Jalen Brunson type deal for the Knicks, which means that I believe if he waited a year and he played well, he would probably be looking at $200+ million. Now, kudos to Mikal Bridges because he did give the Knicks a hometown discount to some degree. Yes, he did. The deal could have been for 4 years, $156 million. He took a 4-year, $150 million deal. Now, I was taking a look here. This deal has a player option for 2029, 2030 with a trade kicker. Now, for those of you, what does this mean? What does this mean? Does that mean they're out of this Giannis stakes? Yes, I think so. But, I mean, if Giannis becomes available, I always said Karl Anthony Towns' contract is there. The OG Anunoby contract is there as well. But you can't trade Mikal Bridges for 6 months. All right, so he's out of the question. OG is still available. Karl Anthony Towns is. Now, here's the deal. I always thought, and I still think, that the Knicks have the team to beat in the East. And, I mean, them, Cleveland, I think they're the team to beat. Am I forgetting a team? Oh, Detroit, Orlando. I think the Knicks are the head of the class, barring injury. I know some of you, I hate when I say that. I think Jalen Brunson is, in many instances, him and Giannis, they go back and forth. But I can't see, Giannis has the resume, but Captain Clutch and Jalen Brunson, what he does in the playoffs, I think Jalen Brunson is the best player in the East. Some people over Giannis. I mean, I think Jalen Brunson is the best player in the East. You know, a Giannis, like 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, yeah. Can't shoot the three like Brunson. I mean, it's two different dynamics. But I think with this decision being made, Giannis is staying, I believe, with the Bucks. And I always felt this. I think Giannis, obviously, he's a top player, depending him and Nikola Jokic. You want to swap between the two. I think the fact that Jalen Brunson is the captain, I always felt that how would that play out if they got Giannis? I mean, because it's Jalen Brunson's team. Karl-Anthony Towns came here and he understands that, and there's no problem. Would that work? So I think the Knicks made a decision here, and I don't think the Knicks miss a beat, lose a step. I think under Mike Brown, I'd like to see what happens now defensively. You see Karl-Anthony Towns, he's in the gym. Now, he's going to have to learn how to slide those puppies, as Kendrick Perkins says, because people took advantage of him on an island, pick and roll. Oh, we got the switch. And it's almost like when you watched Karl-Anthony Towns play defense, and again, I wondered if it was the knee issue. The Knicks never disclosed what the knee issue was, but I just felt he wasn't right. He wasn't moving well. And I think, that could be an issue. That could have been a major issue. So we're going to see what happens. Now, with Mikal Bridges signing, what does that mean for Mitch? That's what I'm watching. Because I'm thinking Jalen Brunson took a little bit of a haircut. Contrary to what I had a friend, so what does that mean? They said that OG didn't do it. See, OG was in a different situation, though, y'all. See how the Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson's deal happened right before they were eligible for OG Anunoby money. I don't think if Jalen Brunson and Mikal got to that $200 million point, I think Players Union would have gotten involved, right? You don't expect OG Anunoby to take 150 some odd million when 200 plus was his cap, right? That was never going to happen. And contrary to what people say, yeah, Jalen Brunson did the Knicks a favor, but he took a max deal. The 150 whatever that Brunson signed for last year, he was not eligible to make $200 million last year when he signed that. You best believe that if he was at the OG window, he would have done what OG did, which was give the Knicks a haircut. I don't know, $2 million, $4 million in savings, something like that. So let's relax with those coming after OG. It was a different. OG was at the year that, if Brunson's deal with it would have happened this summer, it would have been 200 something mil, and Brunson would have clearly been the highest paid Knick and everything like that. So that's what it was. They got OG on at the time where he was due to make that kind of money. So let's not go after OG for the contract that he signed. Now, what happens now? Can the Knicks sign Mitch? I'm sure the Knicks are well aware of what's going on, and I don't know. I think they will take care of Mitch. I think Mitch showed his value in the Detroit series, in the I wanted to say Orlando, in the Celtics series, and Indiana in the Indiana Pacers series. I think Mitch, the longest tenured Knick, the same way I saw that Mikal was not worried, and all the rumors, Mitch is gone. Mitch looks like he's chilling, man. Shooting free throws. I saw him with the coach that trained him and everything in high school, shooting free throws. So hopefully Mitch looks like he's chilling. So I think the Knicks are going to take care of him as well. Probably going to be less. He'll probably get, I don't know, what did he sign for the last time? 60 mil. So maybe it's going to go up to 70, something like that. I don't know. But I think Mitch will be here as well. And that will be taken care of because Mitch is not going to gamble, especially with the fact that he's got an injury history. I think they work something out. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, lastly, that last veteran contract, is it going to be Ben Simmons? Is it going to be, and I see why there's intrigue with Ben Simmons. Still 29. He can bring the ball up. He can guard all positions. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife. He can do it all. Now, I know the Knicks, and I like Landry Shamet, but I also told you in the last few videos, Malcolm Brogdon is here. I'd like an insurance policy for the captain and to have a backup point guard. That's why Ben Simmons, Malcolm Brogdon, these guys are there. And don't count out Russell Westbrook, because I'm looking at the team and I don't see that dog-like leader on the bench. And I think the Knicks do need that. So don't discount that. But we're going to see. We're going to see. But what say you, Knicks fans? Are you breathing a sigh of relief? How do you feel with the Mikal Bridges signing? Oh, was it an overpay? I know some of, I can't believe he got 150 and he got what the market said he's worth and he took $6 million less. But what say you, Knicks fans? Now it's that time. Fantasy football fans, pay attention. Commanders' Terry McLaurin has requested a trade. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in, folks. I am on most social media platforms at SamiAnalyze. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.